Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. My name is Michael Zuber. You're watching One Rental at a Time. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but during the State of the Union, President Biden once again talked about raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Again, I think that is something that would be awesome. I think that would help a lot of people, but there will be ramifications. And it is often very important to understand what will happen if that were to occur. So in order to do this, we are going to do a couple of things. First and foremost, sometimes it is easier to understand what would happen if you got a little crazy with the numbers. So in this case, instead of $15 an hour, we're going to empower everybody to make $50 an hour. Because I think if you work full-time in the United States of America, you too should make $100,000 a year. Again, the idea here with $50 an hour is if you work a full-time job, which is 40 hours a week, you get 2 weeks vacation. So that means 2,000 hours of working, 2,000 hours times 50, bingo, bango, you make $100,000 a year. So if we just assume that for the lack of argument, and then we could always back it up to $15 to see the impact, let's talk about what would happen. So again, the U.S. economy, which is this box, is made up of goods and services. Food, rent, gas, concerts, books, whatever you want to consume during the week, right? That is the U.S. economy. And on the outside here, these little tick marks, that's people, right? Each of those tick marks is a person, a family, whatever you want to think of it as. When you work in a fixed economy with a set of resources and you take them from, say, $40,000 a year to $100,000 a year, and you haven't changed this, what do you think happens? Well, a couple of things are certainly going to happen. First and foremost, everybody's going to pay more taxes, right? I don't know if you know this, but I think the last number I saw was something like 40% of folks do not pay taxes because their income is too low. Well, congratulations. You are now making 6 figures a year. You are paying taxes. So it will help pay the national debt. If everybody paid taxes and everybody made $100,000 a year, we could eventually pay off our national debt. That would be cool. Number 2, it is possible, not likely, but possible, everybody saved a lot of money. Because again, you have a certain lifestyle today, making $40,000 a year. Bingo, bango, you make $100,000 a year. In theory, you could choose to save that money minus taxes. Let's say, for example, you make $100,000, you pay $20,000 in taxes, you have $80,000 net, but a $40,000 lifestyle. In theory, you could save $40,000 a year. Come on. How many of you would save $40,000 in that scenario? Not very many of you. Instead, what you would do is you would inflate your lifestyle. You would buy a nicer car. You would have a nicer house or rental. You would buy nicer or better food. But not only you, each and every person on this board would do the same thing. We have not changed the box. We are still making the same stuff. We still have the same things going on. We have just handed out more dollars. So what do you think happens? We get inflation. Inflation skyrockets. If we take the wages from $40,000 a year to 100, that is 150%. We would have hyperinflation. Because not only are these people making 100 grand a year, but that's your first job. That is your restaurant worker. These people have more skills, more experiences. They want to make 150 grand a year. These people are managers. They want to make 200 grand a year. And these people, I don't know, are business owners or whatever. They want to make 300 grand a year. So simply taking first-time jobs to $50 an hour, it is going to A, increase taxes. B, it will allow you to make the fundamental choice that maybe you want to save, but come on, you're not going to. It will simply raise the prices of everything because we are not making more stuff. Your rent explodes, housing explodes. If you go from 40K to 100K, your rent could go up 200%. 200%. If you're paying $2,000 a month, maybe it'd go up 100%. You could be paying $4,000 and it will be quick. Inflation is a regressive tax. If we don't make more stuff, inflation is the only answer. I would love everybody to make $50 an hour. It'd be great. Make it happen tomorrow. Just realize there is a downside. There are other things that happen. If everybody makes more money and we're not making more stuff, the only answer is inflation. And if you don't understand that, you may sign up for this and not know. Again, take everybody from $9 to $15, great. You are going to have inflation. If you live in a state where your minimum wage is, say, $9 and suddenly it's $15, you are going to have inflation. Your state is. If you live in California and it's already over 15, very little impact, but some. If you live in a state where the minimum wage is, again, $7.50 or $8 or $9, and the federal minimum becomes 15, watch out. You will have massive inflation because everybody who works will make more money. They will all want nicer stuff because Americans don't save, generally speaking. I just want you to understand the outcome. Again, I would love everybody to make 100 grand a year. Wouldn't that be awesome? All right, everybody, take care. Hopefully that makes sense. Ask questions below if you like. Bye.